Welcome back to Wave Listens Live, special edition here because it may be just before 1 o'clock, but we are already thinking touchdown Friday night, kicking off this week's football games. Kendrick Haskins, Dusty Baker here, walking you through everything, and a special guest, George Timmering, one of the owners of Bearno's Pizza, and you're one of the sponsors of Touchdown Friday Night for this year. Good to have you here.
We're excited. We've been involved with Touchdown Friday Nights for a long time now, and go way back with Kendrick. Glad to get to know Dusty, and we're ready for a big year.
Everybody in Louisville goes way back with Kendrick. he's infamous and famous all at once.
I'm just old.
You said it.
It was his birthday this past week, too, so he just got older.
Okay, yeah.
Got to throw that out there.
Right before the start of the season. Well, George, I want to talk about with you because we got something special going on this year. Delivery of the game. Let's talk about what that is and how all that came about.
Well, it's always, when they do the highlights, that's my favorite, when they show all the highlights. And, hey, there's some great passes, deliveries of the game that we see in these games. And so it makes sense to have Bearno's promote the delivery of the game every week.
It's wild to think that you guys at Bearno's have been a part of our community for almost 50 years now. You mentioned long-standing relationship with Touchdown Friday Night. What's it like when we start to get into this time of the year and that excitement builds for high school football and just supporting all of our young athletes and knowing that a lot of times their favorite part, especially if you're not one of the premier players, is maybe the after the game.
Well, I heard you said earlier two things. One, you said community, which Bearno's, we have 13 locations, and we're part of our community in a lot of different ways. And then you also said, people ask, where'd you go to high school? Well, my first question.
I was waiting for you.
Now, my first question is always, where's your Bearno's? What is your neighborhood Bearno's? And there's usually a Bearno's that matches up to a high school team. I did go to St. X, so I'm excited about the Tigers this season. And no, I didn't play football. I was actually the same height, 170 pounds. I went to high school, but all this growth has occurred over the years.
I was going to say, if they would have sent you out, they're ready for you.
They see why.
But no, we're so excited, and there's nothing better, like I said, that says community more than the high school football, and Bearno's wants to be a part of that community. So and football, look, there's nothing goes better than football and Bearno's Pizza, and it's all weekend. It starts with Touchdown Friday night, and then college on Saturday and pro on Sunday and Monday night. So.
It's hard not to be excited about that. Okay, I want to talk Bearno's delivery of the game with these two, and I want to know, Kendrick, for the first week, are you picking it, or are you going to let Dusty go after that? And what are you looking for? What kind of a play?
It really just depends on the play and what game it happens in. I mean, we've got some quarterbacks here. I mean, Cole Hodge over at Christian Academy is a great quarterback, and one of his top receivers is his younger brother Connor. And they got
a lot of practice.
They got a lot of practice, and they have a great connection. So I would think they're a high candidate to be one of our deliveries of the game. But we have so many great quarterbacks. St. X has a good quarterback, and so we've got so many great players in this area. I mean, it could come from any game.
Okay.
And don't St. X, we got to pump St. X.
Yeah, I know you do.
Desmond. And look, we got a guy who appeared on Touchdown Friday night who now is going to be playing on Sunday. Desmond Ritter is St. X guy who's going to be playing for the Atlanta Falcons.
It's wild to watch.
These people you might be watching, hey, they might be playing on Sunday too.
To see our local guys go from here up to that level, it's so exciting. And I know it's exciting for you guys to get to cover that as well.
To be able to have the opportunity to hand this out to and to be able to see these plays. I mean, here's the thing. They may be high school athletes at this age. They're grooming. They're learning progressively. But they can put on a show. Let me tell you, we will see some amazing plays this year. And there's no better way to pair Bearno's with incredible plays. And we're just happy to have that opportunity to come out here and get to pick and choose a few. I think you're going to see quite a few on our Friday night show. And ultimately, we're going to have to.
The hard thing is narrowing
it down. It's like narrowing down these pizzas, man. I'm looking at each one, and I'm like, which one am I going to eat?
And we're going to do a few in-person deliveries too throughout the season.
So. That's exciting. We're taking the overview
really
shot here. We always make people hungry during the lunch segment here on Listens. I want to talk to you as a recent winner, Best of Louisville. Look at these glory shots. I love seeing it. The pizza speaks for itself, and the awards will come when you have a product like this. I'm always so intrigued at some of the locations that you guys have. You all always are very creative with the space. Some of the buildings that you've been in over the years are some of the coolest locations that I've ever been in for a pizza place. What goes into the thinking with some of that?
Well, it's actually there's no thinking.
There's little bars and
we adapt to whatever space space and opportunities we're given.
Okay.
So it's like, we were talking today, the New Albany store has an outstanding deck. Then we were talking about party rooms. A lot of our locations have party rooms, which are perfect after the game when you got a large group to go to. So it's really the one constant is the pizza and consistent quality Bearno's pizza. But we like to have our locations kind of adapt to the community and the area and the location, which makes it fun because that way you can serve your community better.
Yeah, 13 different locations. You're almost catching up to the number of high schools that we have or games that we play in this week.
The introduction to Louisville, I mean, like, this is such a great staple. It was actually my job interview when I came out here.
Really?
They took me to Bearno's. That was the first place they took me, and needless to say, I was sold. I was sold immediately. So it was good stuff. That cauliflower crust. Whew, that is delicious.
Yeah, there's a lot of people eating healthy. I was talking to Shannon Cogan, her husband Kendall, who I went to school with. He's eating that cauliflower crust, and
Trying to be
it's so
healthy.
good.
Okay.
Andrew got me on board on that. Actually, you got me on board. It was. I'm sold.
What do you think when it comes to doing this, something like this, for nearly 5 decades? What's been your favorite part of this ride?
When you can kind of get out in the community, go in different locations, interacting with the customers at different spots, because every little Bearno's in different neighborhoods, but they're still enjoying the pizza and our other products.
Yeah, well, it's obviously something all of the locals we've enjoyed forever. We got about a minute left for you two. Anything football related we want to get in before we go today? Because I know we're waiting to eat.
I'm just distracted by the music.
I know. I'm trying to keep us on track here.
Yeah, got some barbecue going here.
Football-wise, enjoy watching us and then go get some of this after, because I'm telling you, this smells unbelievable. This is kind of like painful that we can't just go jump at it.
I know. We come into work early to do the show, and you torture us by having pizza here. We
Wait,
can't
30
eat it.
seconds, we get to eat it. She's in my ear saying, wrap them up. Okay, so, George, thank you.
That a lot tonight.
Thank you for being here. Thanks for all that you guys do for the Louisville community. We're excited for the first delivery of the game this year. How many games tonight?
10.
Game of the week.
Christian Academy hosting Owensboro.
See, look, I got a little football in there.
There you go.
Well, thank you guys for being with us here on this special edition of Wave Listens Live. Hope you enjoy the games tonight. Touchdown Friday night following the late newscast. Good to see you, George.
Good to see you.
All right, guys. Happy Friday.